You know the deal, man. Let's bring it in. MIC Podcast, episode 153, where everyone is a master of their own creation. Our guest today is a legend in the visual art scene here in Pittsburgh, and is really just has such a storied career. And this is also the second visual artist that we've had on the pod, man. It's making me want to pick up a paintbrush and get after my damn self. Fuck it. Like, we have Q Perry in the building, the legend. Q, what's going on, man?
What's going on? How you doing?
Good to see you, man. How's life treating you lately, man? How you living?
Life is good. Life is always good, man.
Yeah.
Even the bad times.
Right with the mic. There you go.
Got me?
Yep.
All right, pretty good. Yeah, life is awesome.
Yeah, no, yeah. I know, yeah. You said you were just like having like a pretty lazy day today, like you wasn't really.
Yeah, I mean, I'm blessed to be in a situation where I could do that.
Yeah.
I know it's a gift and a curse. Like
Sure.
the best thing about being an entrepreneur and an artist is you don't have a boss,
Right.
but also you don't
have a ball, right?
If somebody's not telling you to do something, it might not get done.
Right. I know with creative people that can kind of be a double-edged sword, because that clock is always it's always at risk to Check. Okay, yeah, oh yeah. Sorry, I couldn't hear myself like real quick. All right, yeah, we good. But hopping into it, bro. Where in Pittsburgh are you from? I believe Beachview, correct? Or correct me if I'm wrong.
Not at all. I'm from Manchester.
Manchester. Okay, word. All right.
Northside.
Okay. And how was it growing up in Manchester for you?
At the time, I don't want to say no. Well, nowadays, I don't want to say no one will believe me, but
Yeah.
I feel like times has changed so much. But it was rough, hood, quintessential. You saw boys in the hood.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was very.
Manchester was like that for real. Damn,
It was bad. Like
that's crazy.
bad.
What era was it like what year?
Early '90s.
Early 90s. Okay,
Early
word.
'90s. Yeah. Well, like the birth of gangster rap.
Yeah,
Everybody thought they was a gangster.
there you go.
Somewhere.
Yeah,
Somewhere.
yeah. You
Like,
had to watch.
There were a lot of colors I weren't allowed to wear growing up.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to wear a hoodie. My mom played it safe. I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
allowed to wear starter because they were gonna rob for starter jackets.
For real.
Yeah,
Damn.
that was a big thing in the early '90s.
Damn. Yeah. No. I mean, I definitely remember the jackets, but I didn't know. Niggas was robbing for the
Yeah,
starters.
I remember
That's crazy.
I almost got robbed for my Rod Woodsons. I might have been in like fourth grade, bro.
Right.
But I'm a fast guy. I just got up out of there.
He's like, well,
Got
that's
up
what
outta
it's So, like, when would you say your earliest memory is for you? And it doesn't have to be exact. Just from your best recollection that you connected with art.
Since I can remember, I always used to color a lot. I always thought it was fun. It was a place of peace for me. Like before anything, it was cartoons and coloring. Like,
Right.
every time I was watching TV and I was like, oh, let me go get some paper. Like I'd be watching cartoons and I'll start drawing and then I'll look up an hour later. I'm not even watching a cartoon no more.
Yeah.
I'm just in a whole world of, creation.
Yeah. Was art something that your family tried to usher you towards, or was this something that like you self-discovered?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
My parents, they definitely nurtured my creative side. But, growing up it with, two black parents and everybody in the house was educated. It was go to school, get a good job.
Okay.
Being an artist really wasn't like a career idea, thought, or choice.
Right.
My sisters, everybody was, school. I played sports a lot, so they were pushing me to do that more so than, doing anything creative.
Right. So, I mean, like, it just kind of answers my next question here. Like, are you the only creative in your family? Like, do you have any siblings that are creative, or do you have any siblings at all?
Yeah, I have two older sisters and an older half brother.
Okay.
I would say I'm the only creative. I mean, they're creative people.
Yeah, right.
Like my sister used to love to dance. My other sisters loved books, but not really.
As far as like everyone making a living off of, right, yeah.
Nah, that's all me. Like I was the only one to my knowledge that was even into coloring or drawing.
Yeah.
Growing up, I remember when I was like 10 or 9, my mom got me a big drafting table, like with the light and everything. And
that's dope.
I lived on that thing growing up.
Yeah, so I mean, like it sounds like they were pretty supportive of.
For the most part.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're
no. Yeah, not at all.
My parents, dope parents, they kind of supported everything I wanted to do that made sense to them.
Yeah.
Because I know I wanted to play football. They didn't let me play football. but they let me play soccer.
It was just because of the contact for football.
Yeah, and my mom, or getting older, I started to understand, why my mom pushed me in that direction. She wanted me to be an intellectual, and in college, she was like working in the athletic department.
Okay.
And she basically said all the football players were stupid. And she's a teacher. She's in education.
Yeah.
So she didn't want me to play football too much. But my dad was a big, he said, do whatever you want to. My dad was a big, super supporter of anything. Like,
dog, some of these college football players, though, bro, like, they're getting, like this NIL money and all that.
Man, I wish.
And it's just like they can't even. Like they can't just like do some of like the basic things in life for the money that they're getting. So your mom wasn't too far off from that, bro. Like
1,000%. I mean, I'm not mad at her for it. I just feel like I had the talent. If I was pushed, I could have been in the Olympics, or I could have been in the NFL. I played with guys that are in the league.
Okay.
And I'm just like,
I could have been, nigga. I could have. Yeah, come on, son. Like,
yeah.
It's like, come on. If we turn back the clock,
man,
yeah.
Like,
we know what we was doing back then.
All raw talent.
Yeah, right.
I didn't train too hard for nothing.
That's crazy, bro.
It was all raw talent. I mean, even with art, like I never took a formal art class before.
Yeah. Like, I saw that you were all self-taught, which is pretty wild. Were you just even when your mom was pushing you away from football, were you resistant to that, or were you like?
No, I mean, I excelled at soccer, oddly enough.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. But, I mean, since my mom was in education, we had a lot of, I would say, middle-class friends.
Yeah, right.
And they were doing other things other than typical basketball, football.
Yeah, right.
I had some friends playing soccer, and then, oddly enough, they had their parents come to my house and, like, ask my mother, could he play soccer with them? He's really, really good and blah, blah, blah. So that made her comfortable enough to let me get further in sports.
Right.
And I was really, really good at soccer. And then I finally got a chance to play football in high school because, oddly enough, the soccer coach lived next door to the football coach in high school, which I didn't know about this. Mm-hmm. And he was excited. Like, Quentin's coming to Brashear. He's going to play soccer. And I'm just like, no, I'm playing football.
Yeah.
I finally get to play football.
Right. Shout out to Brashear. Just even speaking of, again, obviously you went there for high school. I know you were at the time studying graphic, like not studying, but like you were picking up graphic design and like computer programming and all that. Which just even in my research, it just even kind of dawned on me then, like tech and art definitely it's a dichotomy there, So what would you say those like tech and art are two anchors for you creatively? Would you say, or
I would say I wouldn't say anchors. Yeah, I could agree with that. Like the exploration,
right?
Like back when I was a little younger, or a lot younger, it was like I don't want to say like the Y2K boom.
Yeah, right.
But that's when technology sped.
But I mean, like the Y2K boom though. Like, that's really what it was. Yeah,
way up, and the exploration, the pushing of the boundaries is definitely reminiscent of art and creativity.
Yeah. So I mean, like, only reason I even asked that is because like you said, it just even got me thinking. Like, it's just such a marriage between. Cause I'm a little bit later. Like I was, I'm a '96 baby, so we kind of caught like the middle part of that boom, like whereas y'all caught like the literal beginning where shit was literally being built out.
Yeah, there was no Google. Google just started.
Yeah, right. I don't even know what you could search on Google initially.
Yahoo was popping before.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Yahoo
that's a fact.
Popping, and then Google just took over.
Yeah, it took it over.
It was Ask Jeeves.
Jeez, shout out to Jeeves. Yeah, Ask Jeeves was definitely yeah.
I'm showing my age.
No, shout out to Jeeves, man. Yeah, no, it was definitely Ask Jeeves, and then like you said, Yahoo was like the main, like they were the big dog for a while, and then Google came and just
took over,
entered the chips in our brains, and it was really it from
like the Black Planet days. Like
I heard of Black Planet. Yeah,
bro, we were literally doing like C++ codes to get your page all
right,
and set up, and we had no idea the skill set
at all, and it's just that just even speaks to like a larger thing where it's just like you're educating yourself on coding, and just because it's Black Planet, it's not this veil of like, oh, it's coding. It's just like if you want your lit like your Black Planet page, facts.
You gotta know the color codes and everything.
Facts.
wild stuff.
Yeah, no, but just getting back to what we were talking about, like I asked that because for me, I think that is a big anchor for me too, is the tech and the art, because that was such an escape for me too when I was growing up. Like you said, it was like the cartoons, or like I'm a big anime fan. You know what I mean? So like, just like the visuals from that, and then you got things like PS2s that are coming out and Game Boys, Nintendo DS. So like, just kind of at the rise and boom of all this stuff, to me, I think tech and art is not synonymous, but there's like that parallel for sure.
They definitely need each other.
Yeah,
And,
right.
I tell the students I work with, to be an artist, you definitely don't have to have a brush in hand. You all the characters you are in love with and watch and play with, somebody had to create that character, create
Right.
that look, create that outfit. It came from somewhere.
Right. So as far as like the tech, like, do you still program to this day? Like are you still, and do you still do the graphic design and that?
Getting back into it
Yeah.
because for years I didn't have a website.
Yeah.
Right, I was grassroots, like literally feet on ground artist, selling art out the trunk type stuff.
Right.
And I just created a website.
Yeah.
My website's not even a year old.
Not even for real.
Not even a year old.
Damn, for real? That's crazy. Cause like again, I was just on that, just off the research tip. I was like, I just curious as to how long it's been up. But to hear that it's not even a year old is kind of fucking crazy.
Yeah, I did my whole website. And getting back into I guess you could say knocking the rust off.
Yeah.
Try to make it top tier.
Yeah. No, I mean, bro, it's clean, looks professional. I
Appreciate
mean, no, absolutely. I mean, like, I think you're well on your way to. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even know what more you want to add except just like your portfolio, like for real.
You got to keep adding stuff. Like
yeah, I mean, no, you're not lying.
When and I learn new things or remember new things.
Yeah, right.
Stuff, but for years, I was looking for somebody reasonably priced to build my website, and shout out to the Warhol Academy, but they taught me how to do all that.
That's fine. Now, shout out to the Warhol. What made you, just like look into making the website yourself? Just because I feel like today, I think the first instinct for people is to just let me see if I can do it myself, and if I can't, let me. And again, this is like a very new age, instinct to have. Just because we have iPhones, we got. Literally everything at the fingertip. Like, again, even this podcast, bro, like, it's filmed on a fucking iPhone. You feel me? So it's like, what made you, want to seek out the knowledge of like, making your own website?
I knew, like I said, I knew how to do it in high school.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Technology has advanced so much.
Yeah, what you gonna do, right? Yeah,
it's like a rotary phone. What I was taught back
word.
And it was a part of the digital marketing program with the Warhol Academy.
Okay.
And they taught me literally everything in digital marketing. Mm-hmm. And one of the courses was web design. And I said I definitely needed to do that.
Yeah.
They did a really, really good job. Like, these are professional marketers, even down to like the color scheme of your website.
Right.
What you need to do to have better SEM and SEO. Like, they break down everything.
How'd you get involved with the Warhol Academy? Was it something that you sought out, or did someone bring you that opportunity?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
More so. I've some pretty good friends that kind of twisted my arm, and I missed the first cohort that did it.
Okay, yeah.
And then she definitely was like, "You better get in a second cohort, because this is everything you need to be doing, and you keep asking me about, so you need to get into it."
Facts, no, 100%. So just kind of fast forwarding a little bit, you attended Pitt, correct, for your undergrad, and there you were starting off with a graphic design major, but you ended up switching. What inspired that switch? Because I mean, going in, it seems like just to give you perspective, like, I entered college, bro, undecided. I was undecided for 2 years. Like, I would envy someone who came into college knowing, like, all right, fuck it, I want to do graphic design. It took me 2 years to even get my GPA to substantial levels to be able to, like, stay in fucking school, but then to figure out, all right, like, damn, what skill set do I have? What do I want to major in? So what inspired the switch, if you kind of want to go into that?
Interesting story. College was. Is my mic on? Am I getting picked up, or is that just you?
Yo. No, yeah. One more time.
Hello.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
I'm
you
good.
Getting good. Yeah, I think. Listen, my voice is loud, so my spikes might be a little bit.
I didn't see no spikes, but I like okay, we good money.
Yeah.
But college, what made me get into graphic design?
Or just like what made you switch? Because like if you're entering,
Oh,
yeah, you know, if you're
um,
coming in with graphic design, it's like if you know what you want to do, it's like, you know.
it went from graphic design to health and phys ed,
Okay.
and then it went to education.
Okay.
But I bounced around a couple majors, but I didn't like school. Like, this is stupid.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'm in college, and
I
I'm
feel
just
it.
like, I had an art history class. I hated it. Like 90% of the classes, I hated it, and then
Just like the gen eds or just like the classes for your major.
a little bit of everything.
Yeah. You wasn't fucking with it yet. I feel it.
I mean, I'm the rebel of my family. Like, everybody in my family graduated from college.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say like they didn't make it easy, but I was there. My first idea or first thought was, I'm gonna be an athlete. Like, I'm here to,
Okay.
to get to qualify, to get not qualify, to get eligible to make a team.
Mm-hmm.
I was recruited to school, but I didn't get to in any schools because of my grades. But I said, all right, I'm gonna do a year here, get my grades up, then I'll be eligible to play ball.
Mm.
Then parties happen.
Yeah, I mean, bro, I know how it goes, man. Bro,
Parties
again, the first semester I was up in school, son, I forgot I was in a educational institution. I was
you
like,
say semester.
yeah,
The first 2 years of any type of higher education.
yeah,
Nah.
yeah, man, dog.
Nah.
I seen that shit eat people alive, so that shit is no joke, bro.
It was a party, bro.
Yeah, dog.
It
I've
was
seen
a
that shit
party,
literally eat people
nonstop.
alive. Yeah, man. You know.
And I mean, I didn't go too hard.
No. But I feel
had
just
fun.
that environment. You feel me? Yeah.
What? Man. And there was a couple times, I tried to turn things around, but I'm just like,
Yeah. Anyways, let me hit the way. What's going on tonight? Yeah, it's like since we already here, man. Since we already here, but we're already in the mixture of it.
It's like, you know what? Oh, I missed this test. I failed this test. Where the party at?
Yeah.
It's like 1 p.m. I'm just like,
got to get a head start on the vibes, though.
Life was life, and man,
Yeah,
I'm just
facts.
like, I just wasn't feeling it. It wasn't for me. And shout out to anybody that's in the college. Everybody's story is different. I'm not trying to throw higher ed under the bus.
No,
but
of
I
course.
wish I had more of a mentoring about how higher ed works or how it will be. But if I ain't having fun, I'm not gonna be into whatever's in front of me.
And that's fair enough. So how long were you in college?
Too long.
Yeah.
Maybe like 7 years, bro.
Okay.
I didn't finish still.
Okay.
I didn't finish. But I went from Pitt to CCAC to Clarion.
Yeah, I mean, bro, again, like, it's just, school's just really not for everybody, and that's just what it is. Like, and unfortunately, you can't find out until you're the age when it's just like, all right, do I go to college, or like, what do I do? But prior to then, obviously, you got every adult in the world telling you, we got to, stay in school, da-da-da. But once you start critically thinking for yourself, and it's like, all right.
Someone just told me there was more to success than this institution, and I just felt like I'm just here for just spinning my wheels.
Right.
And my mom was just sat me down, broke me down. It was just like, one, I'm wasting money. Two, what could I do every day for free? And at the time, it was, education and art. But I think I could become an artist.
So I was just like, what was life looking like for you after, like you decided college wasn't the way for you?
Work. My parents were like, you gotta get a job. I worked at UPS. A lot of summer camps. I worked with a lot of kids, so I'm always working in education in some form. Tutoring, after school programs. I did a whole lot of that.
Yeah, just making it work though. Yeah, first.
And some cool sales jobs. I worked at Lids. We talked.
Oh,
earlier.
okay, word. Okay, yeah. There you
some
go.
Sales jobs.
Yeah.
But just bounce around different jobs.
I feel that. Where do you teach right now?
I technically don't teach.
Okay.
But I have I do what I call artistic outreach.
Okay.
I have a partnership with Carnegie Library.
It's hard.
So basically every other month or sometimes every month, I'll do a 1-hour class with the youth, whether it's teens or younger, and just discussing creativity and the importance of creativity and what could you possibly do with it. It's technically not an art class. We're not learning how to do anything.
Right.
I'm just, cultivating, inspiring them to be creative. Like,
right.
Just showing them different creative workshops and how to get your brain going from art block to not art block.
Yeah, right. How long you been doing creative outreach or artistic outreach? Excuse me.
For about 3 years now.
3 years. Okay. How'd you like initiate that lane for you?
What was it? Oh yeah, Boom Concepts. Shout out to Boom Concepts.
Oh yeah, bro. Niggas been dropping his name lately. But like,
hey,
shout out to you, bro, because like you're boots to the ground, like really like helping people and
they
pushing shit forward.
They need an office somewhere in the city council office, like
facts. Yeah, just a
director,
little wing. Yeah,
because they definitely threw alley-oops to every artist in the city, to my knowledge.
That's a fact.
But he literally called me out of nowhere one night and was like, "Yo, I got this project. You're in. Email this lady right now." And it was basically to design a Carnegie Library card.
Dog, yeah, I saw that. Like you did it for some anniversary.
The 125th
125th anniversary. I was like, yeah, that's fucking dope. But no, yeah, please, yeah,
he just hit me about the blue and was like, "Bro, you're in it. Email this lady. She'll fill you in." I was like, "All right." But every time Daryl hits me up or Thomas hits me up, it's go time.
Yeah.
But then after we did the project, and then the contact at the time for Carnegie Library, she said, "Hey, do you want to keep this going further?" And I said, "Sure." And she said, "Do you have any experience with kids?" And I was like, "I do, actually." And it started as like a trial run to like, oh my God, the parents love it and the kids love it. Let's keep going and going. And 3 years later, we're here.
Yeah, here you go. What is it like, just at this stage in your life and your career, being able to impart some of your perspective on, some of the kids that you speak to?
It's great because I get to be that person that I didn't have.
Right.
I'm not going to be the person to tell you to, that cookie cutter idea of success doesn't come that way.
Right.
And you can be successful with your creativity, no matter how that is. So I tell kids, and parents, the parents, they learn a lot too there. You don't want to jam this idea of success down their throat because that might not work for them.
What's your idea of success?
Idea of success, I think it's doing whatever you want every day, like literally anything you want every day. To keep it simple, like not to be deep in thought. But
yeah,
I'm almost there, but not quite. Like, if I want some jerk chicken, I want to be able to go to Jamaica in about an hour. I want to be.
You want to go to the source?
Yeah. I'm cool with going to what's popping.
Fireside.
Yeah, I'm cool with that now.
Yeah. Facts.
But if I want some sushi, I want to be able to just be out. Like, oh, let's go get some sushi in Japan, or in Japan about right now. Like,
yeah.
I just want to head on out.
So you want to be Jay-Z?
Yeah, not quite.
No, I'm fucking around, but
on that type level,
that autonomy,
freedom.
No, I agree. I think that's the pinnacle too. Like, I think for me, it's just having the option. It's just the options. I think that's when like you've hit a level one. It's just like you have the option to go to Jamaica and get the jerk chicken, or you got the option. Well, I could, just stay in bed till like 1, get it popping to 2, and like still be still have a productive day. Like,
worry about not to worry about nothing, or like you want to do something, go to Six Flags or something.
Yeah, right.
Your boy's like, I can't because I gotta go to work.
Or this
my kids. And I'm like, oh no, I bring them.
Yeah,
I talked to your boss already. They come into like I want to be able to just that level of freedom. That's what I want.
Yeah. So, switching back to like your art specifically, like how do you approach your art, and like how has that evolved from like when you first started?
Yeah, that's a good question because it definitely evolved. I approach it as I try not to approach it as work so much. I try my best to keep it fun, even though it is work. And I try to have fun with it because once the fun's gone, then the magic's gone.
Facts.
And I don't want to create something I'm not proud of,
right?
Even if it's for me or my friends or a client. But I get in a good space. That's rule number one is stay in a good space.
How do you do that for yourself?
Have fun. Have positive people around you. If I'm not in a good mood, or if I'm not feeling well, if I'm down, I'm not gonna be able to paint nothing. There's been times I haven't painted things for like a month.
Yeah.
And just having supportive people around you. I have on my schedule laugh at least once a day.
Hmm.
If I gotta eat, I gotta stay healthy. But just keeping your body in a happy, healthy mindset.
Right.
I notice like if I don't get any sun, I'll act a certain way, and
I noticed that about myself too, low key. Like if there's a lack of sun, I'm just like, but soon as like the sun pops out, I'm just like, all right, like today maybe ain't so bad.
like it gets a little better, and you gotta notice that about yourself because you'll be in a rut and not know why.
Yeah,
and you have to watch for those moments because work got to get done.
I feel that.
Got to get met.
Yeah, I mean, I was born during the summer, so I think that might be an aspect to it too.
Yeah, whatever you're comfortable with, and you have to stay. Where your homeostasis is at.
Yeah, right, 100%. So you were just you were saying how your art has, like your approach to art has evolved, like.
Yeah, it's like it was a whole lot of trial and error early on, and now it's like I won't say I've mastered it, but it's like I know what I need to do to complete this. Versus back in the day, it was like, oh, we'll see.
Yeah,
but now it's like, oh, I got this.
How would you describe your style?
It's very versatile.
Right.
My personal style is versatile. Well, I would say it's fun first. A lot of my art is bright. Like I don't do too many dark.
I noticed that. Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
a lot like
it's bright,
popping. Yeah, for sure.
The African art I do is not your typical. What I like to call it, browns and crowns. Like I rarely create black people that are like black. They might be blue or they might be green.
Right.
But my black art has a bright spin on it.
How did you fall into that genre of, or just like thematically, that was what you started painting? Like, was that what you initially came in the game with, or?
Not at all.
Okay.
It's something I just learned about myself over 10 plus years.
Yeah.
I look back and it's like, my shit bright as like it's a little unconventional as far as just like I said, I don't do the typical browns black art. If I'm creating some black art at the time, and I might do some dogs, I might do a landscape. It's really versatile. You sure I'm getting picked up on my work, man?
Yeah. No, you are, bro. Yeah, because again, whenever you talk, that green line is.
Oh, it bumps.
Yeah. You see, because so you all good. They have to. Again, this mic is on low, so if this shit was any higher, bro, yeah, man, this shit probably would have. I probably blow this mic out, but
yeah, it's evolved because I'm doing stuff now that I didn't think I could do years ago.
Like what?
Like my portraits came a long way. Like I said, it was a lot of trial and error, but now it's just like I can fucking paint anything.
Right.
Murals, like
you're lucky the mural god, like
I'm not there yet. I'm getting there.
Yeah,
but like I'm capable of doing anything.
Sure.
I haven't ran into anything I can't do, but there's a whole lot of things I don't want to do.
Yeah, right.
Like huge murals. They're labor intensive. I'm not a tall guy.
Yeah, like you're not about to paint Kobe on the wall anytime soon.
I can, yeah, but it's a lot.
Depends on the size of the wall. Like
I'm just like, bro, because I've done murals and it's like, damn, this shit hard as hell.
Well, so how does a mural even work? Like, is that through the city or like how do you get the permission to do that?
Depends on the location. A lot of business owners, they could do it if they own the building. They could do whatever they want with it.
Right.
But people just hit me up, and I personally try to push for a canvas because you can move it. That's the one thing, because I've had some murals painted over. I don't care, but I feel bad. Like the owner, like they pay for some art.
That's kind of fucked up though. How you just start painting over a mural like that's crazy?
Or they add to the business and
they want a different vision.
Yeah. So what's the word? Ephemeral.
Yeah.
So I push for like, why don't you just get a big ass canvas or something?
Yeah.
And you could take it wherever you want to go.
Yeah. So you said you were self-taught. How did you go about, like, what sources of education did you use for yourself to just build your skill set?
Trial and error. Literally trial and error. Like,
what'd you even start painting? Like how'd you even go? Like, what you just?
All right. Crazy story is, I initially never painted. Like, I was drawing.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And then it got to a point where I'm like, artists are painting. I don't see too many drawings in museums, and so I was like, let me start painting. Let me see how it goes. And I'm like, it's pretty much you're drawing your own coloring book. That's all it is. And with paint, it's easier to blend and easier to play with than like colored pencils or pens. I'm like, oh, this shit ain't too bad. And then you start to learn how they work. You start to learn, you know, the different fibers, synthetic versus natural fibers in the brushes. Random stuff you learn along the way. And a whole lot of trial and error.
When did you, like, at one point did you start to see yourself kind of retain the skill set that you were, you know, learning?
It's all, like, I got lucky to be around great people that knew a lot more than me. And I'm a big advocate for that. You know, you never want to be the smartest person in the room.
Right.
And I just how the universe directed me. I know when I was at most recently at Carlow University.
Shout out to Carlow, word.
Years ago.
Okay.
I don't even remember. But that was my last teaching job.
Okay.
And I was in the early education program. And one of my coworkers, she had like her master's in art, and I used to bug her every lunch break about, hey, did you see this? And did you know about this? And she would tell me, hey, check this out, read this book, learn about it. And it wasn't like a, you know, training thing or anything. It was interest.
Right.
I'm learning about all this stuff, and I'm learning about just the art world further in depth. And I'm like, this shit cool. Can I cuss on here?
Yeah, I mean, come on, son. I already cussed mad.
Cool,
yeah, I was about to say.
I'm learning about all these artists, and it was more interesting to me then than it was in college. Because in college, I was going to sleep in class.
That's dope. Like, I love that feeling when it's like you come back to it, or like, you know, you at a different stage of life, and like that feeling is still like, yeah, you feel me, like
magical.
Yeah,
I call her my fairy art mother, but she definitely looked out with just the knowledge, and just like, if you like this, you're gonna love this. Check this out, learn about this. And I would just go on my own and look up certain artists that she recommended, certain time periods. I'm like, man, this shit cool as hell.
So when did you start pursuing art seriously?
I would say maybe my second year at Carlow.
Okay.
I remember my first art show was at the August Wilson Center.
Just crazy. That's fire. I saw that.
It was a group art show called Showcase Noir, and it might have been like 2015. But I sold everything, bro. I didn't expect to sell nothing. That's
crazy, dog.
I didn't expect to sell nothing. I ain't had nothing priced.
Yeah. And
I'm like, yo, I made a lot of money in like not a lot of time.
Yeah.
Then I got to go back to work on Monday, and it's like
that. I mean, that's, dog, like, that's just the essence of just kind of hip hop and like just, you know, art, you know what I mean, the creative, like, you know, there's, you know, stories of niggas having a hit record on the radio and clocking into work.
Yeah,
that's what you feel me? It's just like, damn, son, like,
the same feeling.
Yeah.
Over time, the snowball kept going and going and going, and education got in the way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in class returning emails from clients, and I'm getting yelled at by my boss.
Right.
Like, get off your phone. You're in the classroom.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, man, this is money on the line.
Word. At this point, like,
write me up. Do whatever.
Word. Do what you got to do, but
it's like, matter of fact, I got a gig. I got a live painting gig after this. So do what you got to do. Then education just got in the way.
It even kind of leads into my next question. If you kind of want to break down just how that first event at the August Wilson Center went for you, and just, you know, how it came together, because to have your first event at such a, you know, historical location within the city, you feel me, as like your first, I guess you want to call like an exhibition or pop-up or whatever, like, that's fucking crazy.
It was overwhelming. I was nervous. I don't know nothing about sales. I didn't know nothing about business.
Right.
I barely knew anything about art at the time. I just knew I had talent. I knew how to paint.
Yeah.
And what was cool was, I don't remember the lady's name, but there was an artist at the next table next to me, and I remember I sold my first painting. It was a little desk painting. And she was like, you know, you could sell that for more. And I said, excuse me? And then I was like, okay, I'll keep that in mind. And then I just bumped it up 10 more bucks, and they still were selling like hotcakes. And shout out to everybody that supported me that day, because there were some people I knew and some people I didn't know.
Yeah, right.
Which was cool. And, you know, I was just happy people enjoyed my artwork enough to look at it.
Ain't it kind of crazy how in those situations where like it be the people that you have never met in your life that are willing to give you dumb money for your painting, son.
It's mind blowing. Or you don't know where they know you from.
Right, yeah, right.
It trips me out to this day that, yeah, I heard about you from, or I saw you painting in Philly, and I'm just like, where?
That's crazy.
Yeah, my aunt's friend had your artwork on the wall, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like stuff you don't think about.
Yeah,
it's wild to me.
Yeah. How'd you feel after that, man? Like your first event, you fucking sold out all your paintings, bro. Like, yeah,
it's career change time.
Yeah, right.
And trying to break down to my mom, because at the time I was still kind of trying to pursue education, trying to finish up.
Trying to finish
school. University of Carlo, they pay for your education to finish or
that's far.
Your master's.
That's dope.
And then after that event, I'm just like, I need to figure out how to do this.
Yeah, bro. And
I started just educating myself, reading up on various entrepreneurs, and basically what a quote I forgot who said it that stood out to me is, you know, you need a degree to get certain jobs, but you don't need a degree to have people work for you. And I was just like, like most of the, like, I don't think Mark Cuban went to school. Like a lot of big
Pittsburgh shit, yeah, bro.
I'm just like, wait a minute.
Cuban might say fuck school. Yeah, if you ask him.
And that's when I started learning just that dog that you got to go get it. Like even like Master P, you still get educated. You still pursue education, but not in the traditional sense.
Right.
So start learning what these other entrepreneurs are doing, no matter what the field is.
Right.
Like even Wolf of Wall Street came out, and I was like, yo, this is some good stuff.
Yeah,
like,
right.
It's more than just, you know, learn this.
Yeah. No, bro. Life is not like I think life is the best teacher.
1000%.
To be real, experience is like the best teacher.
Well, who said it? My dad says this every time. Well, back in the day, it was hard lessons, but he used to be like, there's two ways to learn in life. You can listen to people and listen to people that love you, or you can let life teach you. And often when life teaches you, it leaves scars. Yeah,
I mean, sometimes, you know, those scars take a while to heal, man, you know? It's just like, you know, you could read a book about, it's like, you know, you can read about a book about war, every day. But until those shells are dropping on you, bro, you don't know what that's like. You don't, bro. And it's just like a book may regress your education in that moment. You know what I mean? Like
that hands-on experience is unbeatable.
Right, first.
And I just, like I said, I started learning other people's journey and how they got into their fields, and I was so fascinated how other people got started. And just like I said, the universe works like that because it's all not parallel, but it's very similar to your story.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
Whatever path you're trying to follow, look at the people in that career field.
Right.
The path is usually similar.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you're not lying. You know, like obviously everyone's individual experiences are unique, you know, certain but generally speaking, you know, it's all kind of fruit of the same tree as far as that goes. You know, and like, you know, with our last topic, again, you kind of answered this question, but how do you start to even get traction as far as like, you know, whenever you're throwing an exhibit, you know, getting that traction with as far as like being a visual artist? Because I liken it to, again, like if a rapper was like, you're cutting my concert, it's just like, all right. You know, like especially like when you're first starting out and like that, and like the portfolio isn't as vast, you know what I mean? Yep. But it's like, you know, you have the talent, you know what I mean? So just like if you come, you're gonna get a good show. But like it's just people are obviously skeptical, at least initially. So how did you for yourself start to? Because it sounds like the first one went mad well for you. So just like off the back of that, was it
a little bit of luck? And a little bit of hard work.
Right.
A lot of people in the city knew me because of my old party animal way.
Shout out to Q.
Like it was, and that's another reason why I kind of changed from my government name to Q Perry.
Shout out to Q, yeah, because Q got warrants.
I wouldn't say that, but
around, yeah.
It was like if Q's in the building, it's gonna be a party.
Yeah, right.
And I had to shy away from that to a more serious, you know, identity.
Right.
And my parents are great people in the city. My parents are, you know, people support me because of them often. And just, you know, being a hometown kid, people are like, oh, I'm gonna go support them because the parries are great, but inconsistency. After a while, people knew, oh, he's not playing.
Facts, right?
Like, he said this and he's doing this, but I would say consistency is key.
Consistency.
You can tell somebody, I'm having a show, come to the show, and they're like, nah, I don't know about it.
Right.
And then you see online, oh, that show went well. Congrats, young bro. And then you see that he's having another one. I'm going to go to that.
Yeah, right.
So that normally is what happens with anything, because nothing's going to just be, you're not going to
hit out the park on the first. Yeah, right.
Never,
yeah.
That's a bad misconception
exactly.
with anybody starting anything.
Literally.
Your first art show, it might be your best. Like I said, it's a little bit of luck.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to follow up.
Yeah.
Because what I see often, not just within the art world, with people, they start a new endeavor. They think it's going to be great. They think they're going to, I guess, make it big, and then it doesn't.
Right.
I don't want to call it a failure, but when they see that they're not a millionaire.
That's what I'm saying. Like, once they hit the first road, I think that's when it starts. Yeah. Like, I don't even think it starts when you make the decision. Like, you're doing it. I feel like it's when you come to that first douche. Yes. Like, that's when the magic hits. Yeah, right.
When you're like, oh, this is not as easy as I thought.
So this is a whole life. Oh, this is my life. Yes. Like, this is my whole life right now.
Yes. Yeah. Because everybody, I was just talking to my girlfriend about it. Everybody likes the show, the glitz, the glamour, the lights, the red carpet.
Posturing of like, oh, I'm starting this, right? Yeah.
Do it for
the announcement,
yep. But
the post,
the real hits.
Yep.
And it's like, that's what, even with anything, sports.
Yep.
You can get to the Super Bowl, but if you ain't trained hard,
come on, man,
you get blinded by the lights.
Yeah. Or just on that same take, bro. In sports, you could be the best in your hometown, bro. But the moment you leave that bubble, bro, when you see hoopers are all for
real. And everything that people say to you, matter of fact, I have a story. Shout out Boom Concepts again, Daryl Kensel. I've told it maybe once. I don't know if I said it publicly, but early on, I was coming to him for advice, and he was like, "Man, you ready for this? You think this is a game? You think this is gonna be fun?
No.
Like, you ain't ready to be an artist. You ain't ready to be a machine." And my young ass was like, "Man, he hating on me, man. he don't believe in me, man. He don't want no competition."
Right.
And then a year later, I'm like, that motherfucker not lying. He's not lying.
Up, though. Yeah.
He is not lying at all. He was giving me the real behind the scenes. Being an artist is great. Displaying your art is wonderful. But you got to pay for the paint.
Yeah.
You got to pay for delivery, shipping, boxes, marketing, email, all the administrative work, building a website.
Yep.
You have to, talk to people, customer service.
Right.
Like, and if don't let you be good at it, because people are going to be hitting you up.
Right.
It's a good problem to have, but are you ready for your phone to be blown up for a painting that's going to be due in a week? So it's real. And a lot of people, once they realize, oh, it's more than just a show, that's when people get scared or they kind of back away.
Yeah, and then like the fire kind of dims a little bit.
Yep, and then they just start.
Like, did you have a moment like that, or like just even having people like DS Kinsel in your ear, and just kind of the community you built, along the way? Did that help you navigate it a little better, or how did you,
I would say yes and no.
Yeah.
I've never been a person to back away from a challenge. Like, I've always been short. I got a Napoleon complex.
Right.
In my mind, I could do anything in the world. Make taller.
Yeah, right.
Like, I know in high school, I tried to break the city record for the 100.
Yeah.
Came close, really close. I didn't do it, but it got me some looks for colleges.
That's dope.
Freshman year of college, in high school, 18, 19, I was able to dunk. I was dunking.
That's far.
Like, there wasn't nothing.
Damn, bro, you was dunking, son. Nice. Holy shit.
I was catching alley-oops. Like, I was nice.
My whole body would explode if I tried to fucking dunk a basketball, bro.
I can still tumble. Like, I took gymnastics. I took karate. I can still tumble, yeah.
This nigga's Blade.
Yeah. Hey, my mom had me active, bro. I did everything.
Yo, that's lit, though, bro. Like, that's crazy.
So, in my mind, there's nothing I can't do. Like, there's nothing I can't. And so, a little bit of adversity,
right.
Like, but I know I'm talented.
Facts.
So, that's all I need to know. Like, I see what sells. I see what's in these museums. I could do most of it with my eyes closed. That's how I felt. No shade to any of those artists, but I'm just like, given a little bit of time and resources, I could do that shit.
Right.
Even if it don't get, if it doesn't go like crazy immediately, or even if it doesn't, go viral.
Yeah, right.
Be consistent. Like, my talent's there. I know it's there. Can't nobody tell me I'm not talented. And anything I could put my mind to, I could do it. And that's how I've always been, though.
No, first.
Thankful to my parents or my circle that you said that's been around me, or the people that's been around me. I've always been like that, and it might come off arrogant or cocky to some people.
No, I don't think.
It's just me being me, and I've always been like that. Like,
yeah,
I remember growing up in school, it rubbed a lot of teachers the wrong way.
I could see that just because again, man, just at that age, like specifically, like maybe in the higher education settings, it's a little bit different.
Up,
yeah. But bro, if you're talking like that in fucking high school, teachers are going to be like, "What are you thinking?" Yeah, all that crazy. Yeah,
like if you don't get your grades up, you're not gonna be nothing in life. I'm like, that'll be the shit regardless.
Yeah,
like I don't care what you say.
Right.
My mom got me, my dad got me. Like, I don't care. But I wasn't an asshole.
Yeah.
Like I said, I had Napoleon.
Yeah.
So don't tell me I'm
right.
Nah,
yeah.
I'm gonna be on my worst day. I'm gonna be better than you.
Yeah. Right.
I was like that growing up.
Yeah. Facts.
So I never could say I was extremely humble, but I wasn't an asshole till you put me in that situation. Because back in the day, teachers were like, look to your left, look to your right, and
this person's not gonna be graduating. Yeah, all that wild shit. Yeah,
tell me my future.
Yeah, right.
Like I said, even if I fail right here, I might have lost the battle, but I ain't lose the war.
I don't even think it's just confidence in your own abilities, bro. Like, yeah, it's just the confidence in, like, you've seen a lot of pages in life. You've gone through a lot of pages in life. You've been resilient, through it all. And it's just like they may not know where that comes from, but they don't got to. Like, it don't matter. Like,
yeah, I'm thankful. I'm thankful how my parents raised me, because I don't want to say we've never seen a bad day, but if
of course
I didn't know about it. My mom and dad held their thing down, and I was just like, I ain't never had a bad day when I was a kid.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I've had kids.
Of course.
Fight somebody after school, or
someone took my Cheetos.
Yeah. Like kids, so,
yeah, right.
It wasn't never like
anything that like rocked your world, or right.
No, it wasn't. And I just was like, life can't just get worse.
Yeah, right.
And even if it does, like, I've seen how resilient my parents were, and I've seen them from when I've seen their bad times, which to me weren't bad times, and I'm like, my parents got me, man. And then my parents don't, my aunt do, my aunt don't, my uncles do.
You got that net where it's like,
like, I never had to
worry about.
And even if I did have a rough time, and bounce back.
Shout out to that, man. Nah, and shout out to you, bro. Again, staying resilient through it all.
Yeah,
and fast forward, man. Again, Diaz Kinsel was in your ear. Yo, you sure you ready for this, man? Fast forward, man. A couple years ago, you were 40. Like you were Pittsburgh Magazine's on the 40 under 40 list, man. And congrats to that. That's fucking dope as hell, man. If you just want to kind of talk about how you found out that you were going to be an honoree, and what does that, again, at this stage or at that point when you were being honored with that, what that meant to you, and just where you were at in your career when that was going on.
It to me was a big deal, because I'm independent. Like in hip hop terms, I'm independent artist.
I mean,
it's like independent artist winning a Grammy.
Facts.
I don't have a team behind me like Dollar Bank or PNC. Or any of these large nonprofits pushing their employees.
Right.
I ain't got none of that. It was just people see me work, and Q's everywhere, where art's everywhere, and Q's delivering art everywhere.
Yeah.
And somebody, I don't even know who all voted for me, and I was like, that felt great. And what was it? Pittsburgh Magazine's 40 under 40, and then they had the Courier's Fab 40.
Oh shit.
And well, in my opinion, or I guess the public opinion, the Courier's more of our people.
Oh, okay, yeah. I low-key heard of the Courier. Okay, yeah. I've seen a few articles from that.
It felt good to be recognized, because you don't know who's looking, you don't know who's watching,
right?
And you don't do it for the applause, and it just felt good to be recognized.
Yeah. Was that the first award that you got at that point in your career?
I mean, you only get one.
Oh, okay.
You only be 40 under 40 one time.
Yeah, no, but like just like as far as like accolades, like just like at that point.
Well, I've been nominated a lot. Well, even when I was at Carlo working, I was nominated for best artist in the city by the city paper for like 6 years in a row.
Okay.
But
That's
I never
fire.
won it.
Yeah.
I was nominated. I
Yeah.
made it down to like to the top 4.
Your name was in the ether for sure.
They knew or know who I am, but I never won it. But I was just happy to be mentioned.
Yeah, facts.
You know, in my opinion, these big name artists, they know who I am, and it was kind of cool because once again, it's a thing that somebody said I can't do.
Yeah.
Like when I told my friends I was going to be an artist, they was like, "You don't know how to draw, or you don't know what you're doing. You think you're Picasso?" And I was like, "No, I really do."
But it's like, were they your friends if they didn't know like yo Q could actually draw? Like,
I mean, no one in college, like I said, Q is a recovering party animal.
yeah, right.
It was like, okay.
Damn, I wish I could have called one of Q's parties though. Word,
was-
like it sounds crazy though.
It was like that side and the creative side. Unless you were like dating me, the girls knew, oh, Q, he likes.
Yeah,
he goes to art gallery.
that's how you vibe.
Yo,
Yeah,
I was on
We
it
draw
before. That was my thing. Like
Yeah.
I would take these women to creative events and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and live music, but like my friends really didn't know that side, that creative side to me, and I would dabble with like rap design, or if my friends had a party, I'd do a flyer for them, or I'd be the camera guy. And this is before like all of that was popping.
Right,
It was just something I like to do.
right.
But when I told them I wanted to like pursue something like that full time, they was like, "Nah, I don't think you could do it, bro, because I've never seen you draw anything." That's like, bro, I be drawing at home on weekends, and that's fun to me. But
Yeah,
y'all don't see
right.
that side.
Yeah. Shout out to that, man. I know. Yeah, right. I know. Again, like just as far as like the themes of your work, it's a lot of pop culture. Speaking on like the societal climate, things of that nature. Is there anything else as far as like thematically or just inspiration wise that speaks to you so strongly, like you want to convey it, or you just want to communicate it through your art?
Joy. Joy. I like to, inspire joy. It's me, I like to have fun. If I ain't having fun, I ain't doing nothing. So I want my art to speak to those happy moments, whether it's something I intentionally did or you see that. Oftentimes I paint things and people see something else, or it reminds them of a moment in their childhood. I had no intentions of doing that, but I feel like energy doesn't lie. Like, I've had people cry when they look at my artwork, not intentionally, but it just reminded them of, or they went through something and it just hits. And I'm like, that's why I do it, because it's moving, and ultimately joyous moments.
What aspect of painting keeps it fun for you? Like what aspect of the process keeps it fun for you?
The creation, to make something out the air real.
Facts. I think that's the illest shit, bro. As far as like art disciplines go, bro, painting will always just kind of leave me, like, painting and drawing, but it's just, painting in particular, it's just crazy, dog. I'm just like, yo, I don't even know, like, you literally just took an image from your head, like literally from it, and just, and that is nuts, dog. Like, that's crazy.
Air, and that's magical,
it's like alchemy,
man.
son. Like, that shit is nuts.
And even as a kid, it's just magic how you could, I thought cartoons and comics were so cool.
Same.
And then you could do that yourself, and you could just, I want to do it like this, and I want to do it like this. And I thought it was so cool just to be able to create something that wasn't there. And when it comes out how you want it to, or even better, half the time I surprise myself. So I'm like, wow, that's had to be a moment of magic, because 99% of the stuff I paint, I've never painted before.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Pharrell quote, bro, which I think just kind of explains the dynamic of creativity with humans perfectly. It's like, and I think of whenever you get an idea, it's just like a book in a library. You know what I mean? Like, it's not necessarily your book, but you're just checking out the idea, if it fits you, if it fits, what you want to do, how you want to move forward. But it's not necessarily your idea. It's like a universal, like you're the vessel for whatever the universe is trying to get out.
That's dope.
You feel me? Yeah, dog, right, bro? I was like, that's so true, son, because you could pick up a book and be like, nah, this ain't for me. An idea could pop up and you could try and be like, nah, man, this no. I thought of it. It was, cool thought, but nah. bro, Fro's one of my favorite creative minds ever, bro. Like, I'm just like, son, that shit is
on another level. But like I said, like guys like that, like I love to learn from them, see what they do, not just the surface levels.
Yeah, nothing, bro. Fuck the surface level stuff for real.
Creative, like where they get the ideas.
That's what I'm
take
saying.
Whatever
the thought process, bro. Like
it's magical to me, and all my friends even know. Like I don't want to say like they always think I'm not spacey, but
one of those Kid Cudi. Yeah,
I think differently. I look at the world very differently.
I'm crying.
But I've always been like that.
Yeah.
And there's
well, I mean, bro, you're just a thinker, son. That's all that means. It's just like you're a thinker.
I think of the world. I look at the world very differently.
Yeah.
And that's just,
they always got words for niggas who like to like actually think. It's just like
I think very differently.
And it's again, it's the creatives that just push perspective and just like the world forward, bro. And
I don't like being bored.
Right.
I don't like boring thoughts, boring moments. I don't like
when do you feel like the most bored? Like you're not paying, or like when do you feel bored? Like
I'm not having fun.
Yeah, sure.
I'm so against not having fun.
No, you and I are similar in that. Again, like it just the fun has to be like a key component. Yeah, a key component, bro.
A little bit of you got to be fun. Like,
yeah, right.
I remember even jobs growing up. Like I remember. Yeah, it's past. I won't say statute of limitation, but my first job was on the end.
Yeah.
We used to have dough fights. It got to be fun, man.
I actually work for Auntie Anne's. We've been searching for you for years. I'm fucking around. But no, bro, fun, that's hilarious because, like, bro, when I entered the workforce, when I got out of school, son, like, it, like, obviously it was, an immature thought process, but I'm just like, where the vibes out of my job? Like, it's like niggas asking for the vibes at their place of employment. I need the vibe. I'm sorry. I do.
It has to be like, even if it's a meeting, semi-serious or not, I'm the guy to be like, all right, so we gonna have fun here, or we going after?
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, no, I need some energy.
Facts.
I need to do something.
Facts.
Right now.
So at this point, have you painted any murals in the city?
Yeah, I got a couple.
That's
not
dope.
A lot.
Yeah. I saw you paint one for a school.
Yeah. Shady Lane.
Shady Lane. Thank
Rogers.
you. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name.
That came out super dope.
How'd that opportunity come about?
I'm trying to think, how did that come about? The director just reached out to me.
Oh, for real? Okay.
She just reached out to me. I mean, I'm easily found. I guess she's been following my work for a while, and she just reached out. And initially, she asked me to. What happened was, I painted a piano for the airport.
Okay. Oh, that's dope.
It was it's called Free the Music Project, and they had me paint a piano that people passengers could, when they come to the airport with their kids, they could play on the piano.
That's dope.
To liven things up.
Yeah, right.
And she saw that, and they had a piano they wanted me to paint, so I did that for them. And then they were like, hey, we've been trying to do something with this wall, too. I was like, bet. And she told me the history of Shady Lane. And I was like, oh, we could do a cool Mr. Rogers mural. And I came up with the idea.
What was the history of Shady Lane?
I believe Mr. Rogers had a hand in creating it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Rogers. That's a Pittsburgh legend. Icon.
Mr. Rogers had a big hand in creating Shady Lane School.
That's crazy.
Like, even in the school, like, they have the napkin. He was writing his ideas down about Shady Lane, and
that's crazy.
It's a Pittsburgh historic school.
Damn, I don't think it gets more Pittsburgh than paying Mr. Rogers at a school. And
another, like I said, the universe don't make mistakes, bro. Mr. Rogers was really, really good friends with my pastor growing up in Manchester.
Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy.
Right. Every Easter and Christmas, every year as a kid, Mr. Rogers would guarantee.
Son, what?
Swear to God.
That's
wild.
It
got to a point where I'm at church, like, oh, that's Mr. Rogers.
Yo, what? That's dope as hell, though. And like you said, full circle. Now you paying him. You know what I mean? And at the school, he had a hand in creating. Like, that's crazy.
And a couple years ago, I did a portrait of the pastor that's friends with him, Reverend Robinson. He's a historic figure in the city. He University of Pittsburgh's first black player.
Oh, shit.
And he was tight with Mr. Rogers. He was my old pastor. And I had a chance to do a portrait of him for the University of Pittsburgh. And actually, he still lives in Manchester, and I actually got a chance to sit down with him and talk to him. This might have been 4 years ago.
Okay.
No. 5, at least 5.
Mm.
Yeah, at least 5. It was start of COVID because
Okay, yeah.
I had a couple even after that was like my last event. Then everything got shut down.
Yeah, crazy how COVID was fucking 5 years ago too. That shit's crazy. That shit's nuts, bro.
Throws me way off.
Yeah, right.
But I had a chance to sit down with Reverend Robinson. He was telling me stories about Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
He was telling me stories about who else? Jim Brown. Like,
Oh shit. Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, Mr. Reverend Robinson was that dude. He still is, but I'm surprised he's still sharp after he got to be in his late 90s.
Yeah.
Him and his wife still sharp.
That's crazy, bro. No, bro, like you said, small ass world.
Universe don't make mistakes,
A
man.
little bit of a loaded question. So, like, what is, at least again, just off recent memory, like your most favorite piece that you've painted, like, or at least like one of the top that you just walked away from, like, yo, this is dope. Was this something that someone bought, or?
To be honest with you, it's usually the next one. Like, to me, everyone is, I impress myself.
Shout out to Maya Wright. She's in my artist talk course. She's like, she's a poet. She's like, yo, my best poem hasn't been written yet.
Like it's.
I fuck with that.
Because it's like, like the last painting I did, I impressed myself. Then it just keeps getting better and better because, like, I guess you can say I'm competing against myself because I'll see if I could do it because, in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm going to do it the same old regular way, blah, blah, blah. Then it comes out. I was like, that's better than I thought.
Right.
Or I did it faster than I thought.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, I'm getting better.
Right.
Like, who am I?
It's getting stronger. Oh, now one last question for you before we wrap up here, bro. Is there any place that, like outside of Pittsburgh, that your career has taken you that has surprised you? I know you were in Philly for a little bit, like doing your thing, but like, is there anywhere else that, your career has taken you just through your art?
I'm never in Philly.
Oh, someone said like,
the artwork was there.
Okay, copy. Okay, so like it just found its way over.
Yeah, I ship all over the world. So I don't know
word. Got you. Has it taken you outside of Pittsburgh at all, or?
I never did a show outside of Pittsburgh.
Oh shit. Okay.
I never did a show. Oddly enough, a lot of people in Dallas buy my work.
Okay.
And I never make prints, so it's easy to keep track of.
Right.
But I never did a show outside of it. No.
Would you want to?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
They gotta invite me, and the numbers gotta be right.
Right.
But I will. I'm open to it, but it's just never happened. I would guess to answer your question, there was a winery in Italy that bought some art.
That's dope.
I never would have thought that would happen.
Yeah. Shout out to art, but cool. Nah, bro. Q Perry in the building, man. Q, this is just the point of the pod, and again, I just want to thank you for taking the time to come up, man. I know you got a lot of plates you're spinning. You feel me? So appreciate you taking the time out your day. But the floor is yours as far as any event you got, coming up, any pop ups, just things of that nature. If you want people to find you on social media, you can definitely plug that and everything. But thank you so much again for coming through, bro. And, the floor is yours, man.
Yeah. I'm live painting at Dollar Bank this Thursday. You can check out my artwork. Most recently, I did a exhibition called Art for August at the August Wilson House. They have their hours posted to check out the art there. Check me out, qperry.com. That's www.cueperry.com and cbperry_ on Instagram.
Yes, sir, bro. Listen to MIC Podcast, episode 153. Legend Q Perry in the building, man. And we out, bro. Peace.